Something big is brewing in the Nintendo world. For weeks, there's been speculation, but now the rumors have grown into something much bigger. Reports are pointing to one thing: a Nintendo Direct is coming this July. Not just wishful thinking. Real insiders are speaking. And when that happens, Nintendo fans start paying attention. To understand how we got here, let's rewind a little. One of the first people to talk about this upcoming event was a popular YouTuber known for Nintendo content. He mentioned a Direct happening in July and included some bold claims, like a new Metroid update, Animal Crossing as the final reveal, and the return of some long-anticipated third-party games. On its own, this didn't make headlines, but that changed quickly. At first, the gaming community was skeptical. Usually, when a Direct is truly on the horizon, more insiders start to echo similar information. For days, no one else backed it up. And then it happened. A credible insider known as Nate the Hate stepped in. Nate is not your average rumor spreader. He's built a solid reputation by only speaking up when he has strong information. In a recent podcast, Nate stated that he has been told there will be a Nintendo Direct in the latter half of July, after the release of Donkey Kong Bonanza, but before the month ends. He didn't confirm the exact date or even the format. It might be a general Direct. It could be a partner showcase. He didn't say for sure, but he was confident in one detail. A Direct is coming before July ends. Now we're not dealing with just one voice. We have two, one being a well-known YouTuber who usually avoids leaks, and the other being one of the most trusted Nintendo insiders online. When you put that together, things become more convincing. And based on the timeline Nate mentioned, the Direct would most likely happen between July 21st and July 31st. There's another detail worth noting here. The Pokémon Presents Showcase is happening around July 22nd. That would make it awkward for Nintendo to hold both events in the same week. It would be strange and overcrowded. That pushes most of the attention toward the final days of July. Dates like July 30th or 31st start to make more sense. So let's break it down. One insider hinted early. A second one confirmed key details. And now we can roughly estimate when the Direct will happen. Nintendo usually announces these events with just a few days' notice. So the announcement might land on July 28th or 29th, with the actual Direct dropping on the 30th or 31st. Now we move to the big question: what's going to be shown? One major title that keeps coming up is Animal Crossing. It's not just wishful thinking from fans. This rumor has weight behind it. And when you look at Nintendo's current game roadmap, it makes a lot of sense. There's no giant title set to push people toward buying the Switch 2. That's a problem. Animal Crossing is one of the few franchises that can cause a huge surge in sales and interest. It has universal appeal, and it's been long enough since the last release that fans are ready for the next chapter. We may not get a full trailer. We may not even get gameplay. But a teaser? A quick confirmation that the next Animal Crossing is coming? That's looking more and more likely. If you remember the announcement style for Animal Crossing, New Horizons, it wasn't flashy. It was simple. A short scene, a quiet office, Tom Nook at his desk, and just a message, coming soon. That's all it took. And it worked. Nintendo may repeat that formula. A quick message, a 2026 release window. That's all they need to do right now. But don't expect too much all at once. It's very likely that the full Animal Crossing reveal will happen in 2026. That's when the ads, trailers, and gameplay breakdowns will begin. For now, a short teaser might be enough to keep the fans excited and to get the conversation started. Let's talk about timing again. Why now? Why this Direct? Nintendo's current release calendar is light, especially for the second half of 2025. They have some games in August like Dragon Drive, but not much else. September looks empty. That's not normal for Nintendo, especially heading into the holiday season. They need a major announcement to generate hype. A Nintendo Direct at the end of July could do exactly that. It's their best chance to fill in the blanks and build momentum for the final quarter of the year, especially if they want to start pushing the Switch 2. If that new system is coming in 2026, Nintendo needs to start laying the groundwork now. There's more happening behind the scenes. According to Nate the Hate, many third-party developers still don't have full access to Switch 2 development kits. The big studios might already be working with them, but smaller studios aren't fully looped in yet. That suggests Nintendo is being very cautious about leaks and hasn't yet opened the floodgates. This also tells us something important. If Nintendo is still keeping development kits under tight control, they're not ready to show full gameplay from Switch 2 titles. That supports the idea that this July Direct will focus on current-gen content, with only light hints at what's coming next. And that's okay. As long as Nintendo gives us a solid roadmap through the end of the year, fans will stay engaged. The Direct could also include remasters, third-party collaborations, indie spotlights, and maybe even a new Mario spin-off. All of that would help keep the Switch alive until its successor is officially unveiled. So far, everything points to this being a meaningful mid-sized Direct. Not too short, not too grand, but just enough to keep the hype going. Now, let's briefly revisit Animal Crossing one more time. This is the franchise that could carry the Switch to launch if it's timed right. That's why the teaser would make perfect sense right now. It lets fans know it's coming. It gets people thinking. And it helps build demand. So what should we expect from the teaser? Not much. No gameplay. No mechanics. Just a title. A logo. Maybe Isabelle makes a short appearance. Maybe there's a message from Tom Nook. Something charming and familiar. That's all Nintendo needs to do for now. And if they play their cards right, they can turn this into a full marketing wave in 2026. A standalone Animal Crossing Direct. Behind-the-scenes development videos. Seasonal event previews. Merch tie-ins. It all starts with one little teaser. Now let's step back and look at the big picture. A Direct at the end of July. A teaser for Animal Crossing. Updates on Metroid. A few third-party reveals. All leading toward a bigger Switch 2 announcement in early 2026. The pieces are lining up. If you're a Nintendo fan, this is the time to start paying attention. July isn't over yet, and Nintendo has a habit of surprising us when we least expect it. We'll stop here for now. That's the full breakdown of the current rumors and what they could mean.